Hello, it's Caitlin again, coming to you from Point Hope, and I'm going to show you how to actually get your unit started within Rubicon today. So let me just get my email out of the way here. Here we are at the Rubicon sign-in screen. If you remember from the last video, you can get to this from the district website, or you can also just type in nsbsd.rubiconatlas.org and you'll be dropped off at this nice little location. You're going to select your name from the drop-down. I'm going to be sample teacher today, and press login. In the last video, I showed you how to request access to a specific course, and we requested Mathematics 3. So I can see here that there's curriculum I'm developing, and Math 3, the unit map, that is what I requested access to. So here it says Introduction to Multiplication. This isn't necessarily my unit. It's just the first unit that is populated in the Math 3 map. So don't get confused by that. If you want to go here, you can just select Math 3 here. And if for some reason you've decided you don't want to develop a course in what you've requested, you can go back to the Edit Course Assignments here and request a different course. So let's jump into Math 3. And automatically it took me to the unit calendar, but do you see how there's a couple other tabs here? You might automatically show up in or land in the curriculum map or the course description, and it is not going to look like this. It's going to look very different. Make sure that you're in the unit calendar. It's the middle tab, and it gives you this nice sort of calendar going on. All right, so a couple things I want to point out to you here. Do you see here where it says create a new unit? All right, this is where you are going to type in the title for your unit. But before we do that, I want to have you note a couple things. So you can see here that there are some titles that are all capital letters. These are what are called placeholder units, and this is sort of our scope and sequence that we are working on. These are not necessarily all the way done right now. So just let them be there, and as we go ahead and get those firmed up and finished up, we'll start using them a little bit more. But they're living here for right now. You'll see that the units have designations after TR3, DR, TR, and that lets me know and the other unit reviewers know the status of a unit. If it's all capitals, we know that the CCAT is working on it, and it's that placeholder unit, the scope and sequence kind of thing. If it has a star D after it, that lets me know that that's a unit that someone's working on. It's in development. So I know that it's not completed, it's not ready to be reviewed, it's not ready to be implemented by all the teachers. It's a work in progress. So I'm going to leave it alone and let the teachers work on that all year long. You can see that there's some star TRs. That means that unit is ready to be reviewed, and the review team will be going through periodically and reviewing units. Excuse me. So we have TRs, which means it's ready to be reviewed for the first time. TR2, if you've made changes and it's ready to be reviewed again. TR2, if you've made another set of changes because maybe your standards changed, or you got some feedback and you need to add a couple little things, then it's going to get a TR3, star TR3. Let's see, and here we have a star R, and that means that unit has been successfully through the review process, and it's ready to be taught by anybody in the district. That means it's vetted and it's ready to go. So feel free to look at those and really look at anything that's in here. You know, Rubicon is very open, and it's meant to share the very best of our work. So, all right, I am ready to start my unit. You can type in your unit name here. Your unit name needs to be topical but somewhat catchy. So we want it to be interesting, but it needs to have, the title needs to reflect what the unit is about. Something like my first unit ever probably is not a good unit title. So you'll see here we have Cooking a Forest, Shape Up. Those are some sort of samples. Math in the Kitchen, Sharing in Our Schools. So you're going to decide on a name, and this doesn't have to be final. You're allowed to change your name for sure. There's no fancy paperwork or anything. So I'm just going to call mine Test Unit, and then a star D afterwards, because this is a unit that's in development. I'm working on it. And I think that it's going to probably, it's a multiplication unit, so it's going to fall here within Introduction to Multiplication, which is, looks like week 5 to week 10. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of place it there. We can move it. You can move it, just sort of drag and drop if it needs to, be adjusted. And then the big thing here is we want to save that unit. So we'll let the system work for a second. And you can see that my test unit falls right here. And really, when the placeholder units are done, we're going to want our unit to sit fully underneath that. But for right now, we're not quite there yet, so I'm just putting this in here as a guess to where this might end up after I'm done developing it. So then your unit's here. You're just going to click on it. And this will take you to the template, the unit template. Uh-oh, the phone is ringing here in the office, but it's not my office, so I'm not going to answer it. We'll just ignore it. And we'll let the computer think here for a second. Maybe? Okay. So here you see that this is the unit planner. I have the unit name here. If I want to rename it, there's a little button here to do that. And you'll see these save buttons. I think there's another one at the bottom, and they might be periodically through the template. So the unit review box, you don't need to put anything in there. That's where the unit review team will link possibly comments or whatnot down the line. The unit description and the author name. So I'm going to put my name here. And then I will probably wait a while to do the unit description, because we want the unit description to really give a synthesis of the unit, and I'm not done with the unit yet, so a little hard to write the synthesis. So then you'll see here we have stage 1, where we have the ILF OUs and EQs, and we also have the ILF PEs. You'll see to add those, you just click Add New. You'll get a menu here with drop downs, and you'll just choose what you're looking for, hit Save, and then it'll automatically populate this box. Same thing for the performance expectations. And as you'll scroll down, you'll see that we have the new language arts and math standards have their own box. The older standards have their box here. And if you see, when I put my cursor over a title, I get a instruction box, and Rubicon is like this in every single section. So here we get to the OUs and the EQs. If I hover over, you'll see that I get some instructions and also like formatting requirements. We do like to keep things formatted, have standardized formatting, just because when we pull reports, we want things to line up and makes it easier for looking at things. Here we go for stage 2, and we will be giving you some more training on stage 2 and then stage 3 as the year goes by. But that is how you get a unit started within Rubicon. And as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to send an email, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, thanks.